Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as the 2020 NFL regular season schedule has now been released. It was released now about an hour and 20 minutes ago. Now, I already went live and I did my analysis of the Tennessee Titans schedule. So if you have interest in that, make sure to go watch that video, as I'm sure a lot of Titans fans on this channel do. However, on this video, we'll be discussing the Sunday night football schedule. And look, I know people want me to go team by team, look at every team schedule, blah, blah, blah. What are we going, MJ? I don't have time for this. Now, I'm going to go through my team profiles, and in that, I'll look at the divisions you're facing, and I'll discuss a little bit more there. But look, we ain't got time for all that. So, what we can do is we can look at the Sunday night football schedule. Okay, this is the reason why I have not been to a dinner in the fall on a Sunday forever. Okay, unless if that dinner has a TV on, and unless that TV has Sunday night football on. Okay, it's been the detriment of my social life for years, and it will continue to be until the day I die or the NFL it does no longer exist, or unless it's postponed by coronavirus. But hopefully we don't go down that road, okay? Fingers crossed on that. So we have the Sunday night football schedule. I'm going to give you my early predictions on this. Now, what's going to happen, okay, I guarantee when we go to September and October and November and December, I will change some of these predictions. Do not expect me to hold true to these predictions. We're going to have injuries. We're going to have this. We're going to have that. Some teams are going to be better than I expect. Some teams will be worse than I expect. But for right now, we want to have a little fun. Let's have fun, man. I know these predictions are a little stupid, but we're a little stupid too. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's look at this Sunday night football schedule. So we start with the opening game. We're back to having the opening game on a Thursday night that features the Super Bowl winner. They didn't do it last year because of the NFL 100, but we're back to the Super Bowl champion hosting the actual opening game. I know it didn't happen one year when the Ravens, something was wrong with the Ravens stadium. I can't remember exactly what happened, but for some reason it was in the Broncos stadium and the Ravens got their ass kicked. Okay, so we're back to the tradition. And thank God, because there was a schedule leak going on Twitter that apparently this game was going to be the Panthers at the Chiefs. And I was like, look, the Panthers might end up being good this year, but I don't want to see that. Instead, we're seeing the Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs, a matchup in which I'm sure all Chicago Bears fans are going to cry watching, as they will watch Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, two quarterbacks whom they selected Mitchell Trubisky over. Oh, man, ridiculous. These two men, we expect them to continue to be the best AFC quarterbacks for the next N years. Some people go ahead and say a decade. I don't like to say that. I let Colin Cowherd say that because I thought Andrew Luck was going to last a decade, and how the hell that turned out. But at least for the upcoming couple of years. All right, Neil, these are the top AFC quarterbacks. They're scary. They're talented. They're going to go toe-to-toe. Now, people are really down on the Texans offseason because they lost DeAndre Hopkins in a pretty dumb trade for David Johnson, who's not swinging much of anything. But look, I actually like the Brandon Cooks trade. I mean, they got a fourth for him, and they only traded away a second. He's going to give them more production than any late second round wide receiver is going to give them this year. So I'm actually fine with that trade, and he's going to be healthy for week one. This is going to be a battle, and it's probably going to be another battle where the Texans are up early, and then it's going to be up to Patrick Mahomes to rally back, but that's his move, and he's probably going to do that week one. So go ahead and give me the Chiefs week one to win this matchup. Let me look at the week one game, and I see Dallas Cowboys at the LA Rams. Okay, shoo. Okay, I do that. I make that sound because I thought it was going to be at the Giants again. I mean, how many Cowboys-Giants matchups have we seen on Sunday night to start the season? But finally, the NFL has gotten the hint that, oh, wait a minute, the Giants stink. Okay, why are we putting the Giants on Monday Night Football right now? They stink. They finally understood the memo. They finally got the memo. Thank God. Okay, so that's a very good thing. So, you look at this matchup between the Cowboys and Rams. Now, the Cowboys, I love their offseason. They had a great offseason, drafting CeeDee Lamb, drafting Bradley drafting, I can't remember who they got in the second round, but someone else that I liked. And they were able to retain most of their players. They did lose Byron Jones, but most of their players. Now, their defense is going to struggle, and the Rams may put up points on there, but the Rams just traded away Brandon Cooks. And I'm sure Cooper Kupp's going to have some success, and I'm sure some of the other Rams weapons have some success. But you know what? In LA, the Cowboys, they can perform okay. They lost the playoff game, but in fact, they did lose that game, right? Yeah, they did lose the playoff game, but they even held their own in that one, and now they're better now than they were then to me. Give me the Cowboys to actually go on the road and beat the LA Rams in week 1. So we look at week 2, we have the New England Patriots at the Seattle Seahawks. Now, my God. Okay, this is the first of multiple Sunday night football games for the New England Patriots, and this is ridiculous to me. Okay, as the New England Patriots are just not a very good team, people. I know people expect them to be a good team. And you know what? I might grant this. The Patriots might end up being better than I expected. They might end up being a 9-10 win team. I highly doubt it. But maybe Bill Belichick gets them out of them. But even if they are, can we agree on this? They're a boring team to watch. Now there's no Tom Brady. How much more boring are they going to get? What is going to be exciting to watch about the New England Patriots? Remember when they had Jacoby Brissett out there running around and Garoppolo was doing okay? Garoppolo was actually decently entertaining. But with Jarrett Stidham and Brian Hoyer and Sony Michel and N'Keal Harry and Julian Edelman, dude, that's a boring offense. That's one of the most boring offenses in the league. I'd rather watch the Cincinnati Bengals offense with Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon and Joe. Oh wait, that's the last Joe on the offense. But an AJ Green, maybe the J stands for Joe. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd rather see the Bengals than the Patriots at this point on Sunday Night Football. But they're putting them on. I don't get it. It pisses me off. I know they went 12-4 last year. Who cares? Tom Brady was the last selling point for them. He's gone. The defense is good. No one cares. Stephon Gilmore is great. Boring. No one wants to watch the Patriots. So I don't know why they're here, and hopefully this sends a good message to the NFL. No more putting the New England Patriots on the Sunday Night Football, any primetime game at this point. Until they get their new star in there, I don't want to see him. I don't want to watch him. I don't want to see him. Give me the Seattle Seahawks to win this game week 2. Please, dear God, because I do not want to see the Patriots this season on primetime. They need to get flexed out of some of these games. Then we have week 3, the Packers at the Saints. Okay, so the Green Bay Packers or a team that I expect to take a little bit of a step back, at least record-wise. I mean, they went 13-3 last season. I think we can all agree that record was very inflated. Now, they did make it to the NFC Championship game because they beat, who was it, the Seahawks, I want to say, in the second round, in the divisional round. But, you know, we expect them to take a step back. I expect at least the Buccaneers to be better than them. I expect the Seahawks to legitimately be better than them this time around. I expect for some other teams as well, they will take a step back this upcoming year. But they're still going to be a little dangerous. But traveling to New Orleans, who right now I expect to be the best team in the NFC, as long as Drew Brees doesn't take a huge step back, got to go with the Saints here. They've been so great over the past number of seasons. So week 4, we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I expect the 49ers to take a step back this season. I know they've looked decent. Roster-wise, they lost to Forrest Buckner, but they had a decent draft in drafting Javon Kinlaw and Brandon Ayuk. And that was it, because they didn't have a second-round pick, they didn't have a third-round pick, they didn't have a fifth-round pick. No, they didn't have a fourth-round pick. They had a fifth-round pick. So they had no picks until the 5th round. So they had a decent offseason, but I expect them to take a step back. I expect the Garoppolo interceptions to start hurting them. But can we trust Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles to go down there, or I guess actually be west, just straight up west for them, to go to San Francisco and win the game? Like, can we expect that of them this early in the season? I don't know what to expect from the Philadelphia Eagles, but you know what? At this point, I think we can safely say Carson Wentz will be healthy at this point. You know, it's only week 4. And I think the 49ers' luck is going to run out a little bit. And I know they were dominant last year, but I just don't buy into how dominant they were. I don't think they're going to continue that this upcoming year. Give me the Eagles to win week 4 in San Francisco. Okay, so week 5, the Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this is another interesting matchup to me. These are two teams that I actually like right now in both the Vikings and the Seahawks. We've seen this matchup a number of times in recent years, and the home team normally comes out victorious. Russell Wilson definitely better than Kirk Cousins, especially at primetime at this stage. Give me the Seattle Seahawks to win here. Unless if Kirk Cousins is facing a pretty easy team, you got to pick against him in the prime time. Okay, week 6, we have the LA Rams at the 49ers. Now, I hope the NFL knows what they're doing with all these Rams Sunday Night Football games, because the Rams may not be very good this upcoming year. I don't mean they're going to be bad, but I could easily see a 7-9 Atlanta Falcons type year from them. I know they still have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and the Falcons that I had the defensive talent maybe in the past 20 years. But still, John Abraham was pretty good at one point. But yeah, that I understand there's a difference there. But I don't know. Jared Goff is struggling without the Todd Gurley production of 2 years ago. I don't think Cam Akers is going to make that much of an impact his rookie season. So they're traveling to San Francisco here 2 weeks after San Francisco was just in the prime time. Giving the 49ers to win this game here. It probably will be a close game, but a game the 49ers should win. Okay, then week 7, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Las Vegas Raiders. And again, this is one of 2 Sunday Night Football games for the Las Vegas Raiders. And look, it's going to be nice to see the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas in prime time just to see that crowd. And hopefully they're a good crowd. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll stink, but at least in their first year, they should be a good crowd. But I don't know why the NFL believes that the Raiders are going to be good. I think this is a false notion. I think this is just false. I think this is not true. I think the Raiders are not going to be good this year. I think they're going to start strong and fade just like they did last year. And the only thing interesting about this is just probably seeing Tom Brady go and just demolish the Raiders defense, which has some young guys that I like in Maurice Hurst and Max Crosby and a little bit Cleveland Farrell. That's about it. That they don't have much defensively, and they're all young. None of them are very good. They have some young guys and some really old guys, and that's it. No one in between. And anyone that's in between is mediocre at best. So I think Tom Brady just goes there, rips their defense for shreds, and they definitely don't have the cornerbacks to cover the Buccaneers' weapons right now. Give me the Bucs to go to Las Vegas and get a win here. Week 8, we have the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this is actually the NFC Championship that I had last year. Both of these teams underwhelmed from what I was expecting last year. Now, I think this year they should step it up, assuming Carson Wentz is healthy. And hey, who knows? Maybe Jalen Hurts is able to come in and actually do a good backup job for him if he has to. Cowboys at Eagles. I mean, I think it showed last season, that the Cowboys just have struggles going to Philadelphia and winning when Philadelphia is good. And Philadelphia wasn't even good last year. Carson Wentz was throwing to Greg Ward Jr. Might have been throwing to me. All right, so he was still able to get that win. He should be able to get the win in the middle of the season, although I do believe the Cowboys will be Super Bowl-ish contenders. All right, week 9, we have the New Orleans Saints at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, this is a difficult matchup for me. Because I believe, and someone in the chat can tell me if you know, I think these 2 teams are facing week 1 in New Orleans. And that's a matchup I expect the Buccaneers to lose. I feel like the Saints are actually going to win that game as the Buccaneers get in their rhythm. At this point, they should be in the rhythm. This would be a game that they should win. So I'm going to give the Bucs this one. I still think the Saints will be the number 1 seed in the upcoming NFC year. But, the Buccaneers I still think are going to be strong, an 11, maybe 12-win team, and this should be a game that they win. Okay, so week 10, we have the Ravens at, guess who? The New England Patriots. And this game's going to get flexed. I guarantee, I'm calling it right now. As long as it can be, and I'm pretty sure it can be. This is week 10 at this point. This game's getting flexed. The Patriots will be 2-6 or 3 and whatever record that will be required to meet the number of games, and they're going to be flexed. I just do not believe that the New England, 3-5? I guess it depends if they've had a bye week at this point. I do not believe that the Patriots are going to hold on to this matchup. They're going to be 500 at best, probably below. I just don't buy into it. I'm not buying into it. Sorry, not me. And even if they are good with a boring matchup, just going to go see the Ravens just go run all over New England. I'm not interested. Give me the Ravens to win this game, and what will likely be flexed to the 3 o'clock window. Okay, I'm just telling you that right now. 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern. I'm telling you right now. Okay, so week 11. We have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Las Vegas Raiders. And here we go again. This could be flexed. And I think it probably won't be because the Chiefs are still a great draw. It depends what else is on that week 11 schedule that they would feel like flexing into that spot. The Chiefs will still be good. The Raiders will be 500. Don't get me wrong. I think the Raiders are going to be bad. I think they'll be 500, 8-8. So maybe at this point, hey, they're 4-4, they're 5-4, they're 4-5. If they've had 10 games at this point because they haven't had a bye week, which they shouldn't have. But maybe they're 5-5, and then maybe this game stays. But we'll see. It's going to be close. However, give me the Chiefs. I just don't believe that the Raiders are ready to beat the Chiefs right now. Give me the Chiefs to win in Las Vegas. So Thanksgiving, the beautiful rivalry. We have the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, I'm looking forward to this. Now, I do like the Steelers this upcoming season. And the thing that people need to understand is I don't know about the current conditioning of Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger doesn't know about the current conditioning of Ben Roethlisberger. If you've seen him during these quarantine times, he has the beard going on. He has the gut going up. Excuse me. I don't really trust much of Ben Roethlisberger right now. However, that Steelers defense is young, improving. Mike Tomlin has them on their P's and Q's. It's ridiculous right now. He has them really performing well. At least he did it last year with Mason Rudolph. And I think the Steelers are going to compete for that AFC North crown. This will be a big matchup for them and a matchup they should win, honestly. So this is going to be one of the few Ravens losses of the year to me. I think they get after Lamar Jackson enough. I think they get this win. Week 12, you have the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. And again, I think the Packers are going to take a step back, but just wait and see about the Chicago Bears. This is a matchup that could be flexed, as the Chicago Bears offense is going to be even less interesting than it was last year, and I know that's saying something. But when you're trading for Nicholas Foles, you've lost my attention. Unless if this is the playoffs, which it is not, you've lost my attention. Okay, it'll be close to December, but it won't be December yet, so I don't even want to hear the December argument. Nick Foles isn't very good. Maybe it's Trubisky on his last legs. Regardless, I don't have much faith in the Bears this upcoming season, especially offensively, and Aaron Rodgers at this point in the season will be on his, what was that motto he had when they won out that season? I can't remember what it was, but you guys remember what I'm talking about. Whenever he said they were going to win out, he'll be in that mentality at this point, and the Packers will win this game. Give me the Green Bay Packers. Week 13, we have the Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs. So a lot of confidence by the Sunday Night Football scheduling people in the Broncos to book them this late for a primetime game. And I agree. I think the Broncos will be in playoff contention. I think this will be an interesting game. However, I would have much rather seen the Chiefs at the Broncos, because even though I think the Broncos are going to be a playoff team this upcoming year, I'm not picking them to go to Kansas City and win. I think all of us would expect Kansas City to win this game, as long as they're healthy, pretty easily. At least relatively easily. So give me the Chiefs. I don't know why. To me, having Broncos host this game would have been much more interesting, and then I might actually pick the Broncos. But the Chiefs hosting? No, you got to give me the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, so week 14, we have the Steelers at the Bills. This is going to be interesting. I probably wouldn't have booked this. I mean, it's going to be actually pretty interesting. I don't know what this Steelers offense is going to look like this upcoming year with Big Ben and all these young players. But, James Conner really hasn't played with. Chase Claypool, who they just drafted. James Washington didn't have a great rapport with whenever they played. Juju had a great rapport with. I know that's still going to be strong. The tight end position, I don't know who's their tight end. Oh, they just signed Eric Ebron. What's that going to be like? The Bills are going to be interesting just because Josh Allen's so damn erratic. It's just hilarious to see him running around not knowing what the hell he's doing. So that's going to be fun in and of itself. So actually, this is going to be pretty fun. Give me the Bills here. I don't like trusting Josh Allen to win a big game. We saw him on the national stage. In fact, I'm just proving myself right, actually. I'm picking the Steelers because I don't know how Josh Allen performs on the big stage. He had a perfect opportunity to win the wild card game against the Houston Texans. He choked. And maybe he's going to improve with Stephon Diggs there, and he will to a certain extent. But I'm going to pick Big Ben in the prime time over Josh Allen at this point. So week 15, you have the San Francisco 49ers at the Dallas Cowboys. Hopefully both these teams are in playoff contention. You never know, but I assume so. And, in Dallas, the 49ers could easily go and win. You don't know about the 49ers or the Cowboys week to week, honestly. But you know what? I feel how do I feel about these 49ers rookie wide receivers? Or at least the one in Brandon Ayuk. And can Debo improve enough to really take advantage of that Cowboys secondary? 49ers run defense is pretty damn good. They'll be able to slow down Zeke. This is really close for me. Give me the 49ers right now, actually. Even though I think the Cowboys have a better record in the regular season, if you ask me right now. Give me the 49ers to go win this game. Okay, so week 16 with the Tennessee Titans at the Green Bay Packers. And look, if this game was in September, I'd pick the Tennessee Titans to win this game. And I know the Tennessee Titans went to Baltimore and won. And they went to Foxborough and won in the playoffs in January. However, facing Aaron Rodgers is a different deal, right? Kind of like facing Patrick Mahomes was a different deal. And I know Patrick Mahomes at this point is, more prolific than Aaron Rodgers. I'll even say better. But this is still a scary matchup. And this is a matchup that Packers are probably going to need as they look to compete against the Vikings for the NFC North. So I give the Packers the slight edge right now. But ask me this week because Aaron Rodgers might have another broken collarbone or something. I'm not praying for injury, but I'm having my fingers crossed. Okay, so with that said, Week 17, as we know, is to be decided. However, let's look and let's make a little prediction. Just an early prediction is what we think that Week 17 game will be. So this is the entire Week 17 schedule. As we know, these are all divisional matchups. So we have the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. No way in hell, okay? I know the Dolphins are going to improve. I think they could be as good as 8-8 with Tua Tagovailoa. Maybe even 9-7, maybe. But, not good enough to be the Sunday Night Football game. Unless if somehow that's for the AFC East Championship, but I doubt it. We have the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. No, I don't think the Bears are going to be in the running for the NFC North this year. I'm not buying that. Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals. No, I think the Bengals still stink. I don't know why people have faith in the Bengals just because they drafted Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is going to struggle with that Bengals offensive line. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. Possible. I don't think this is going to be for the AFC North title. I think that would go to the Baltimore Ravens, but this could definitely be for a playoff spot. So look out for that. Minnesota Vikings at Detroit Lions. No, Lions won't be good enough. They're not going to compete for a playoff spot at this point. Jacksonville Jaguars at Indianapolis Colts. No, Jacksonville Jaguars will not be competing for a playoff spot. LA Chargers at Kansas City Chiefs. No, because the Chiefs will only be going for they're going to have the division locked up, only going for a potential bye week at best. Chargers may compete for a playoff spot, but that's not going to be that compelling. We have the New York Jets at the New England Patriots. No. As the Jets, to me, are not going to compete for the AFC. Well, I think they're going to compete. But at this point, I think the Bills will already have it won, to be honest with you. And the Patriots will not really compete for the AFC East Championship to me, especially at this point. Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants? No. Okay, because again, the Giants aren't ready to compete for the playoffs. Even in the 17 format, they're not ready yet. Although I think they could win 8 games, maybe 9 max. I doubt it. Okay, Washington at Philadelphia. No, Redskins ain't making no damn playoffs in no damn 2020. Atlanta, this is just going sparse and sparse. Do we have any potential matchups? We have the Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the Falcons, they have a history of surprising me and having these little seasons where they compete for something. Now, I don't think it'd be for the NFC South. Could it be for a playoff spot? It could be Brady looking for a playoff spot here. I don't think so, but I'll keep an eye out for it. Okay, then we have New Orleans at Carolina. No, I don't think Carolina is going to be competing for the NFC South. We have Tennessee at Houston. Very possible. Now, I think the Colts are I think it's going to come down to actually all three between the Titans, the Texans, and the Colts for this AFC South crown. And right now, I think the Titans and the Colts are better. So I'm going to put this as a maybe. This is going to be another maybe for me. The first real maybe I've said. The other maybe I'm also now retroactively thinking about. I might more seriously consider that Pittsburgh Browns matchup. That's another maybe. Okay, Las Vegas at Denver. It could be for a playoff spot, that 7th seed. It's possible. Cardinals at Rams. That could be for the 7th seed. So I'm looking out for that. But number one, and this is the obvious one, Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. Now, if everything lines up correctly, and I imagine it would, and was this the last year? Because I'm pretty sure it was the last year, too. Let me pull up the schedule. Pretty sure this was the Week 17 matchup last year, too. It was a game in which the 49ers won. I think we have a repeat. Right now, I have my prediction right now. The Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers. And where is that matchup to be played again? It is in San Francisco. So Seahawks at 49ers. And who would I have winning this one? This one, I think the Seahawks get it done. And they were oh so close. Now I remember that game. They were oh so close to getting it done the first time. I think this time they will get it done. They will win the division over the San Francisco 49ers. And Russell Wilson will defeat Jimmy Garoppolo. So those are my Sunday Night Football predictions. What are your predictions? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment. And I'm out. See you all later.